recording. Okay, you're good?
We're at the Dan Wheldon Memorial Pro-Am Challenge out here at Newcastle Motorsports Park, and I'm talking with the lady behind it, Susie Wheldon. And Susie, this is a neat event that you've put together. It took a couple of years off because you started a business, you moved into a new house, but you're back, and it seems like it's bigger than ever.
It is, it's just really great to be out here today, especially the weather is gorgeous, and all these guys just have been so enthusiastic, and like you said, we took a couple years off, and I had so much feedback in between that time where people were asking, are you going to do it again? Are you guys going to come back out to Newcastle? So it just came together this year that we were able to pull it together, and I can say that the support has been overwhelming.
The drivers I've talked to were excited when they were invited to be here. I had Scott on the program with Mel and Melinda on Tuesday, and he was all pumped up about it. And all the drivers I talked to really enjoy coming out and supporting what you're doing, plus they're friends of Dan.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it most special. These guys, obviously were fellow racers with Dan, and they knew him, and just the support that they give me, to run this event is amazing, and certainly, obviously, wouldn't be possible without them or our amazing sponsors that we have, and it's just great to be back.
You've got some really big name sponsors behind you this year.
Yeah, we do. We've got Firestone is back again, and Honda, Big Machine Records, Big Machine Vodka, just to name a few. But we could not do it without sponsors like that, and it's been really incredible just to see the rallying and the support of everybody.
And the winners get a ring?
The winners get a special ring designed by Jostin this year, and also a Ritmo Mundo watch and a trophy. So the prizes are they want those things. They want all those, the watch and the ring and all of that. So it's just really cool to have some of those special things that they can take away from here, along with the bragging rights.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, and of course, being competitors, they all want the ring.
Everybody, yeah, and they all want to win. I keep saying, it's more of a relaxed environment being out here today, and kind of as the month of May kicks off, but it's not any less competitive. These guys are all racers at heart, and even some of the amateur drivers who've some of them have been in karts before, so they all have that competitive spirit and want to win, and something that obviously was, Dan was a racer too, and he was super competitive, and he would love all this.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be thrilled. And he used to come out here in the off season. In fact, sometimes during the season, ran here a lot himself.
He did, and that's one of the reasons why we brought it to Newcastle. We're out at Newcastle Motorsports Park, and it was a special place for him. He used to run here in the off season with some races with Mark Dismore Jr. and of course Mark Sr. owns the facility. So just all around, just really special to be here, and the people that are here are just making it a great event.
Interesting thing is, when Dan came to Indianapolis and he went out and tested, I think, for Panther, and I went out there that day, and I sat in the wall like I usually do and listened, and I said, this guy's got it. So I invited him on the program, and I announced him. My next guest next week will be Dan Wheldon. People said, who's he? I said, you wait, just wait. For once I was right.
That's right.
He was just a great guy. He'd always talk. I'd email him every so often. I assume he responded. And whenever he was in town, he was available. He'd always come on the program.
Yeah.
Just a great guy, and as a reward, which I think is somewhat overdue, he's now into the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Hall of Fame. He'll be inducted on the 23rd.
The 23rd, yeah, and that's really something that's super special. Obviously, Dan had a great respect and love for the Indianapolis 500, and just to be able to win that 2 times and 1 time was just an incredible honor. So to be a 2-time winner and something that I can share with my boys, and then like you said, being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year is something just really special that I can share with Sebastian and Oliver, and they can see the love and the outpouring of support and love that that their dad had.
They're karting now, and they keep
are.
you pretty busy. How are they doing?
They're great. I mean, they're great. It's a full-time job, I think, just being a mother to them, but also managing their karting is certainly busy. It keeps us busy. They compete at a lot of South Florida events, but they've really taken to it. And they paced the field today for the race, the start of the race, and of course they wanted to be out there actually racing with these guys. But a few more years, they'll be able to reach the pedals in the big karts. But they're loving it, and I think just really a true testament of carrying on Dan's legacy.
I'm sure by now they're fully aware of who their dad is. Does that affect them any, or they just go out and charge?
No, you know what? I think they obviously know that we're a family of racing, and certainly they know that their dad was a race car driver, and he had great success, and he's loved by so many people. But they're just still kids. Sebastian's 10, Oliver's 8, and I think in their own minds they're just out there having a good time. And but just again, the support from all the drivers, and whenever we come to Indianapolis, we always feel so much love, and it's like a second home to us.
It was interesting. In his earlier days, when he was kind of wandering around, I said to him one day, "You ever look in the mirror in your scooter, see who's riding behind you?" And he said, "Yeah, I know. I see her all the time." Well, one day, obviously, he realized, aha.
You should have had this conversation with him sooner. How long did it take you to clue him in, Don?
Well, I said, it's none of my business, Dan, but look in the mirror sometime. And of course he did finally, and your first date was at the Vinoy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was, yeah. We're from St. Pete, and so we'd been obviously to the Vinoy plenty of times, just as co-workers, or I obviously worked for Dan and did a lot with his racing and personal business, but we had our first kind of official date there as a couple. But it was just incredible to just see him and be with him, as a colleague, when he won his first Indy 500, and then certainly as a family coming back. And after we had our second son, Oliver, I think he was 3 months old, and he won his second Indy 500, and to be there as a family was really special.
And it's really something. I think Dan is a guy that people knew him or knew of him will never forget him.
Yeah.
I know I will.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We're here at the park with the Dan Wheldon Pro-Am Challenge. The winner gets rings. We're going to go out and see who's going to win.
That's it.
With Susie Wheldon, I'm Don Kay. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Don.